Roger.
That's an joint protection.
Stop, set centered, okay, cut him in.
Okay, you're stop, set centered, I'll cut him in.
Located off of Highway 854, Rosland is home to 162 people and the location of Nutrinag, one of the Battle River's main customers. In part 1 of this video, we documented the Battle River Railway starting in Forestburg, following it west to Rosland. In part 2, we will pick up where we left off at Rosland, where one can expect to find dozens of the iconic Taken Alberta Brakes blue cylindrical hoppers, which are stored here, waiting to be loaded with the year's harvest. A large majority of these ex-Alberta hoppers are now owned by the BRR and have been re-stenciled to ALBX to reflect the new ownership. Trailing behind the 5353 is BRR number 5951, an ex-Canadian Pacific SD40-2. All of the Battle River's motive power are second-hand purchases. In 2010, when the railway was created, the newly formed Battle River Railway purchased 3 second-hand locomotives, 2 SD40-2 locomotives from the Canadian National Railway, and 1 SD40-2 from the Canadian Pacific Railway. Each locomotive on today's train provides 3,000 horsepower, more than adequate for the trains that operate across this line. BRR 5353 has completed its work in Rosland. From here, we climb aboard the train and document the remaining mileage from the perspective of the cab. We roll through Kelsey, which is the location of another industry on the Battle River Railway. The Battle River Railway's primary commodity is shuttling grain loads. However, the storage of rail cars is another service that the BRR provides, making it common sight to see dozens of rail cars stored along the right-of-way.
Well, we're gonna walk.
BRR's main line consists of continuous welded rail which CN upgraded shortly before the branch line was sold. The continuous welded rail was salvaged from CN's Ashcroft subdivision and repurposed on the branch line. However, roughly half a mile west of Kelsey, the tracks convert from CWR to jointed rail for the remainder of the trip to Camrose. the most scenic portions along this route can be found at the Camrose County Nature Reserve. Once a large gravel quarry, the Camrose County Nature Reserve is now home to several species of birds, which can be witnessed by anyone who walks the numerous trails throughout the park. Through this section of mainline, the Battle River Railway drops into a shallow valley and crosses several creeks running throughout. While extremely difficult to access due to the lack of public roads, one can expect to find 3 wooden trestles in less than a mile of track. We were able to document the BRR 5353 as it crossed all 3 trestles. Mile 8.2, the BRR enters into CN territory. The Canadian National Railway still owns a small portion of the rail line and provides rail service to the large cargo facilities in the area. BRR 5353 makes its final approach to Camrose, we round the only two curves on the Battle River Railway's right-of-way. We have finally arrived in Camrose. With permission from the CN dispatcher, BRR 5353 enters the yard limits at CN's Camrose yard. With the help of the conductor, the derail is flipped to the normal position, and a series of turnouts are lined, allowing the BRR 5353 to drop the string of loaded grain hoppers into its designated track. With the train now in Camrose, part 2 of this video series draws to a close. We invite you to stay tuned for part 3 of this series, where we will document the return trip to Forestburg. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe for more railroad-related content just like this. And as always, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.